So, all right, welcome to the Preflight Panic tournament. Since because of time constraints, we've already gotten some of the earlier races out the way.
Yep, and now right now we are into semifinals.
Exactly. All right, let me just run through what we've done. Okay, first of all, there were seven competitors, and since that's not a round number, I gave myself one take because I don't want to knock someone else in round one. That would be a bit rude. And all right, so game number 1 was Charlie versus Mr. Mary, which Mr. Mary won.
Yep.
Game number 2 was Agri versus Broseph, which Agri won. And game 3 was Crispy Aniko versus Casey Frew, who you can see here. All right, so then the semifinals, we have 2 matches, one of which was myself versus Mr. Mary.
I got wiped. He wiped me the language. I lost. Okay.
All right. But he is in competition for 3rd place, so that is why he's here. And beyond that, we have the next semi-final, which is Agri versus KZ Frew. And they look about ready to me. All right, so how are you guys feeling?
Born ready.
Rusty. I've been playing like 48 hours.
I know. That's going to be fun.
Hell yeah.
All right, well, if you're feeling all good and ready, then I'll count you in.
Yep.
All right, let's go. 3, 2,
1,
go! Good game to both.
Alright, so Preflight Panic, if you didn't know, is like a kind of like a flight attendant simulator. It has multiple levels on which you have to check for different stuff. The first levels are kind of tutorials. Here you're supposed to check if people are wearing their seatbelts. Oh.
And as you may notice, if you finish a level with any issues whatsoever, if there is any issue that you have not resolved, the plane explodes on takeoff.
Yep.
And it's quite loud.
Uh-huh.
And that's, yeah, all right. So you can see KZ completed the first level successfully. And
he's
is now
waiting
level
for
2.
the judgment on the 2nd level.
Yep, he's waiting on his judgment, and he is absolutely fine. So he continues to level 3.
So as I agree, he's already on level 2. Each level introduces more challenges. Right now you can see that KZ has three columns of passengers on each side.
Yeah, and what they're doing, you can see the timer in the top right that slowly counts down, and you can forcibly end the level when you believe that you are done by just walking through the door up at the top of the screen.
Yep. Agri just failed. Agri just failed to finish level 2 because of one passenger. So did KZ. He failed. Okay, so you just saw Agri get a question mark. That's because if you noticed a passenger that has nothing wrong, if he notices a passenger that's completely fine, he's getting a little penalty of not being able to move.
Yeah, so you don't just like spam the button on every single passenger. Like if you talk to a passenger that just has no problem whatsoever, yeah, you get a little confused and you have to wait for a second.
I can already see the chat backseating everyone.
All right, so I see KZ has reached the first level in which there is a new problem introduced, which is people sitting on phones or tablets, or just devices for short.
Yep, you can recognize them by their faces being completely static and having something in their hands. And just like that, you can also recognize the people who don't have weird seatbelts because they are wiggling in their seats.
Exactly. All right, so
Agri still stuck on 3.
let's see what we're dealing with right now. Level 3 versus level 5.
Yep, level 5.
Level 5. All right,
Okay.
and that's soon to be level 6.
KZ made it for 5.
Yes, sir. All right.
Okay, so level 6. Now we are getting 2 problems at once.
Exactly. You know, it's the classic way to increase difficulty, teach the player something new, and then throw all the problems together so they can deal with it in that way.
Agri just moved on to 4.
All right, nice. So he is also dealing with tablets now. That's the first tablet level, and the second tablet level it just has is the same but slightly increased in size.
Oh. Okay, so we had 2 crashes.
Yeah, you can see the explosion, like it packs a punch, and exactly what it's supposed to do. It's
Whenever you fail, just feel that you did a bad thing.
exactly the game wants you to know. So yeah, the entire screen changes. There's a very
Agree made it through 4. We are on level 5 right now.
Alright.
NKZ finished 6.
let's double check that. Yeah,
Yep.
he finished 6 and he's now on to 7.
Yep. Now we are introducing. I think now we are introducing people who have 2 problems.
I believe this is still just combining tablets and seatbelts in
Oh, yeah,
a larger area. So
yeah,
the next
or-
level will
or could-
introduce something new.
Either a different combination or people having multiple issues. I
Yes.
can't recall actually. I always wing it. I don't even pay attention to the text.
I'm responsible for this whole mess. I should have made notes on exactly what every level means, but you know. Yeah, you know.
Okay, now we are moved on to a different combination on KZ screen. AG is moving on to level 7.
Yes, and I think KZ just saw his first call button, which means one of the passenger presses their call button. They get a big bubble above their head,
And if
and
you
you have
don't
to-
attend to them, they will do something dirty.
Exactly. You have to attend to them, and if they time out, basically it's 3, 4, 5 seconds, something like that.
Yep.
Just a small delay. If you don't answer them, then the bubble disappears, and they will create a problem. They will undo their seatbelt. They will pull out a device, or as you will see soon enough, they will recline their seat.
Agree.
Any of the above.
Agree catching up slowly, if he managed to take off. There we go.
And KZ will blow up in 3, 2, 1.
Oh,
Right. Bit off on the countdown.
Yep. They are both on level 9 now.
All right. There you can see this level. This game can just be very treacherous. It can just really throw a big challenge in your way, and then slowly the opponent just catches up. So that's why, these races are never done until they're done. You
Yep.
know.
Yep, when I was playing with Charlie, he got a big advantage over me, and then I just caught up, and he was like, at the end, he was like, what, 5 or 6 levels behind me?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I was keeping notes on my phone to make sure that because of time constraints, they might not finish completely. So then we would just see who got the furthest. So I was.
Okay, so anyway, Agree moved on to level 10, which introduces people moving their seats back.
Yes. Right. So the reclining seats are the easiest way to spot them is because you can see the belt of another person above their heads. So that way you can just really run through, but you always have to just pay special attention to the final line, because if they're reclined, there's not something super clear to tell them by, because it's just behind them is just the wall.
It's just very easy to miss them.
Exactly. So after going through the whole level, you have to just make absolutely sure you check that final row. You don't want to just rush through that one.
Agree is on level 12, which introduces people having multiple issues.
Yes.
You could see a person being laid back and wiggling.
Yeah. Sometimes you really notice that bubble is quite a bit, above the head of the person who is,
So
who has that bubble,
so
who
you
pressed
might-
their call button.
Yep. So might mistake that for another person and lose like a second.
Yeah. So then you can see, he's talking to the wrong person, and then gets a bit confused, and you have to wait a second.
Yep.
Right, and there you can see, so one person can just have multiple issues. One had their seat reclined and was also holding a tablet, so you do have to press the button twice on them.
Yep.
And there we go, that's a safe takeoff. And on the other
Yep.
screen,
Oh!
there is an unsafe takeoff.
Why are you clapping? You should be clapping if you landed safely.
Alright. It's alright, by my last check, I think Casey's currently on level 12, Agree.
14,
to
I
check.
believe.
Alright. Building the gap up again. Sometimes that is a very recognizable feeling where you just, the second you hit that up arrow to walk
You
through the
got
door,
this,
you
bud.
see there was an issue somewhere, and then you get to wait through that entire plane animation of it taking off. well, you already know exactly what's going to happen, and that is just an awful 5 seconds of your life.
Yeah. Like there might be quite a lot of stuff that could be happening to you in life, but this is just like this is the bottom of the barrel.
Yeah, exactly. You just feel awful at that point. All right, Agri is into
moving on
level
to
15.
Casey is not.
Casey,
There we go.
All right, Casey at least keeps the difference. He doesn't let.
I think that's 14
let the
for
gap
Casey.
grow. 13. There's a two level difference right now.
Right.
Right. So yeah, at this point the game doesn't have that much left to teach you. You know, it's just ramping up difficulty by combining all these different problems.
Yep.
There's only one thing that's still coming. I don't think.
No,
Does Agri have that yet? Or yeah, he does have that.
Yep.
All right.
You can see on the left side of the screen with the triple dots that there's a red-eyed person. If you see that bubble, you have to attend them immediately. Otherwise, they'll get pretty mad. They'll not only shake their screen but also half your movement speed.
Yeah, no, if you don't attend to them, if you just let that time out, you will notice.
Yep.
Because the entire screen will shake, it will scream, and yeah, it will reduce your movement speed. So you really have to make sure that you keep those guys happy, I suppose.
Ben is getting ready. Unnecessarily.
All right, we made it.
Yep.
That is level 15 for Ben.
And Ben is being introduced to Red Eyes.
There you go. That can be really annoying when that call button just goes off all the way at the bottom of the aisle, even though you're at the top of the aisle. So you just have to walk all the way back just for one of those annoying passengers.
Unless you're about to leave, then you can just leave, because if someone has pressed the call button, if you leave the level, it's okay.
Exactly. Yeah, the thing is, if you can't leave the level when there are problems. If there's a call button like currently active, if that little cloud is above their head, there's no actual problem yet, so you can leave while that's up there.
Ben's just getting ready all the time, and he doesn't get the speed release.
All right. If I'm not mistaken, we're only one level apart right now.
Yep.
KZ is catching up. One of the things kind of standing in our way when we try to speed run this game, just really try to get it done fast. If you were walking up and down the aisle, if you just tap up once, it moves in grid spaces. So if you're still moving and you press left or right, that input will get dropped. So that can really throw you off every once in a while when that happens.
Yep. Agri is coming up onto 18, and KZ is waiting for the judgment. Oh no!
And he has been judged. Oh, one unbelted. Right.
One unbelted. Yeah. That's actually someone being unbelted is like the easiest one to spot. But still, if you have a lot of people on the plane, it's you always can miss it.
Exactly, especially in a race condition. There is someone chasing after you, or you're chasing after someone else, and you want to hurry. Yep. So yeah, while you're in a hurry, you can definitely miss some things.
Yep. Waiting for the switch release.
You did, buddy. You absolutely did.
Now Agri's turn.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh. I believe we are now on the same level.
Yep.
Both players
are on 18.
18. All right. All right. We have got a game on our hands, people.
Yep. At this point, there's still a lot of that can change, but this is pretty close.
All right.
KZ's waiting.
You can hear that vampire, ghoul, whatever you want to say. Oh. That very deep doo-doo whenever that needs your attention.
Yep.
One device. It's the classic.
The device is the one device missed is the most common one that gets you down.
Exactly, because sometimes it's just very hard to spot in a big crowd. Sometimes depending on the length or the height of the person in front of them, it's either a 2-pixel row or a 1-pixel row of if you're just looking for that device.
Agri made it through 18.
Ooh, all right. Agri moving on to the second to last level now.
Yep.
KZ, double checking, going through that because he does not want to see that plane blow up again. That makes perfect sense.
I'm crossing my fingers.
Look at it, it won't happen.
True.
What I tell you?
And it didn't happen. It didn't happen.
Oh, okay. I think
Alright.
you're at 18, KZ. I mean,
KZ is now at 18. All right.
yep. Okay, so Agri, there's still one level difference.
It's one note for the developer, maybe. We can't see what level they're on while they're on the level. But
Yep.
then again, maybe this isn't the setting it was created for.
Yeah, I think the game was created in a week, perhaps. I don't know.
In 1 month.
1
actually,
month.
1 month.
Right.
Yeah. And it's free to play, by the way, for anyone who's interested in this. It might be a bit annoying to find, but ooh.
There we go.
He is off. He is
Yeah.
off to the final level of the game.
Yep.
Ooh, and how is his opponent doing? His opponent is also moving forward.
Yep.
But sadly not quite at the same pace.
Still,
He is level 19.
Yep. There's one level of a difference. Even though it's just it's the end of the game, there's still it's not over till it's over.
Exactly.
Especially in here.
Yeah, because they do well at just ramping up that difficulty.
Yep.
At the last level, you just really, there's a lot of stuff going on,
And the tournament
you'll be
setting
called
doesn't help
back
it.
up and down the aisle multiple times. So it's if you get overwhelmed, it's honestly easy for the timer to just run out while you're still fixing things.
Yep.
Because that's one of the biggest speed aspects of this game. You decide when the level ends.
Ben is waiting for judgment. Does he have a chance to catch up?
No. He is stuck on level 19 for now. And let's see Agri. He is also waiting for judgment. That's the time you cross your fingers. Oh! And hope to die.
So there's still one level of difference.
Right. There you can see KZ, he's fixing problems. It's pretty clear there's a lot of stuff to do in that area, and then just, one of those ghouls calls him over and he just has to ditch him.
Yep.
He has to run right over there. And that's, that can really, make it so that...
Big destruction, but manageable.
Exactly. But
And
yeah, you're dealing with stuff, and then when you come back, you might have forgotten about some of the things you were going to do.
And you end up with one device.
Then you end up with one device. Exactly. Exactly.
Okay.
Ooh.
Casey's waiting.
I didn't see a single thing.
Just
I
one.
saw a plane take
There
off.
we
That's
go.
what I did. That's what I saw.
Okay, so level 20 for both of the players.
We are both on level 20, but Agri has been on this level for quite a bit. He is currently taking off. We are crossing our fingers.
Oh!
Ooh, and KZ still has a chance, ladies and
Yep.
gentlemen.
One thing to note, level 20 introduces two red eyes. Casey got pretty lucky and got both of them in the same row.
They are right next to each other because also they are on not the exact same, but they are on very similar cycles. So if one calls you over, they usually both call you over.
Yep.
There's not a big delay between them.
Yep. Okay, so I'm looking at Agri's screen. Oh, he also got the same row now.
Ooh, all right, yeah, he also got them close together. But yeah, KZ started this level quite a bit earlier than Agri did, so he is at the advantage currently. There you go. There you go. You notice it. One passenger can have two issues, and if you only hit them once and then walk away, you might just forget about them. Oh my God. So yeah, people calling him over. Oh my. Yeah. Still, we are far past goal time. There's still a lot going on because this level is just. It is merciless.
It's completely okay if you just go up and down to double check on everyone.
Exactly. Yeah. No. In a case like this, no one blames you for actually just running out the timer. And oh my God, there are currently 2 planes on the tarmac, and one is going down, and the other one is going right down with it. All right, this match is not over.
Yep, Agri had Agri had 1 unbolted, 2 devices. Casey had 2 of something. I didn't catch it.
I believe I saw 1 unbelted and 1 device, but
Could be.
then there might have been something that I also missed. All right. They are in absolute focus mode.
Agri's got in earlier. Casey still got the chance to yank the win.
Right, KZ's waiting down that timer. Just double checking
Tensions are high.
just before the end. But the end of what? The end of the race? Or the end of their lives? That was a bit dark, wasn't it? And KZ takes it.
Casey takes it and he loses it anyway.
All right, that is time. Oh my. GG.
Yep.
GG to you both. Ooh.
Yep.
I can't believe we crashed at the same time.
All
So
right.
that was pretty close. While either player was taken ahead at some time, but in the end it was pretty close. But in the end, Casey took the win, and he's gonna play Mark in the. He's gonna play Mark later, but now it's time for me and I agree to play for bronze.
Exactly. It is that was the last of our semifinals. So now we are going for the bronze match.
Yep.
Which is Agri versus Mr. Mary. Right.
I'm going full screen.
All right.
All right. GG.
Mr. Mary.
M as in MR.
Mr. Doc Mary, yeah.
So,
You get to breathe for a little while,
I
my
know,
friend.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
do I really got to play more of this game against
do.
you? Jeez. It's going to be something.
Okay, I'm full screen.
All right. Yeah, that's one thing we were looking at right at the start of this. There's definitely a preference per player whether they like to play in windowed mode or in full screen mode, because yeah, like for me personally, in windowed mode, you know, everything, all the issues, everything you're looking at is a lot closer together.
Yeah.
But yeah, in full screen, like it's a lot bigger. Like if you're relying more on peripheral vision, then maybe you want that instead.
Go ahead. It's your
All right.
tournament.
All right. All right. Yeah. Do you have one ear off so you can actually hear me? Can Agri hear me? All right. All right. Boys, lads, boys. Are you ready? All right. Let's go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Woo.
And they are off.
All right. Let's see some belt buckles.
Yeah.
Not sure if Mr. Mary has practiced at all since yesterday. You did?
All right.
All
All
right.
right.
There you go. Cool.
There we go. It looks like they're both ready. Agri took off a bit earlier, though. He had a bit more confidence that he had fixed them all.
This-
Mr. Mary taking an extra second to just double check.
This game will rattle your confidence.
Oh, yes.
Even
Oh, yes.
you know, every time you go through, you're like, I'm sure it's fine, and then you're just also like,
Exactly. When I was teaching, or well, telling these folks about this fine game here, it was. I think I said, yeah, you walk through the door when you think you are ready,
yeah.
and there will never be a difference than thinking you are ready.
I know. Yeah.
You could be ready, you could not be ready, but the only way to find out is walk through that door and wait about 5 to 6 seconds.
You got to take that chance.
Exactly. Just roll those dice.
Man.
Speaking of rolling dice, like there's a pretty good part of RNG to this game because the game basically when it creates a level, it just goes through every single passenger and just says, okay, do you have a problem or do you not have a problem? And just there's percentages and all that fun stuff in the background. But there's never a set amount of problems. You can't cheese it in any way. You can't say like, all right, there will be 15 people without belt buckles, so that's what I have to look for. I can count them. There is no cheesing it. There's absolutely no cheesing it in this game.
Which makes it all the better and also all the worse.
Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah. So Agri's on the phones. I saw him breeze through the 5th level. He's just gone.
Oh,
3
yeah.
seconds.
All right, Mary is starting level 4, and Agri will be trying a level again. Let's see what number that was exactly. Level 5. All right, so he is 1 ahead.
I was trying to do a little bit of movement tech with the whole, like, since you can't reset your, like, selection unless you go up and then down.
Yeah.
So it's like, trying to think of less inputs.
No, yeah, exactly. I do that as well. If you're all the way at the end of a line and you need to go the other way, it can be good to just go up, down, and then boom.
2 keystrokes versus, like, 5 or 6.
Yeah. All right. Mary is definitely gaining some confidence. That's for sure. All right.
The first few phone levels are alright because you know exactly what you're looking for, and then later on it's just like the silent killer.
Exactly. That's why I'm always, when I'm playing this game, I always feel just a good bit of relief when I hit level 10, because it's those reclined seats. I find those pretty easy to spot, and it's only that problem.
Yeah.
Unless a call button goes off, then you have to keep your eyes open again. All right. Those sneaky, sneaky buggers.
See, I'm sitting here trying to see problems myself, kind of training the eyes as best as I can before I play the world champion of Preflight Panic. I know that feeling, the hunched over.
Yeah, I saw you pull the headset off. I don't know if that was just like almost holding your heart, or if it was really the sound.
Just didn't want an explosion.
All right.
Yeah. There's only so much you can do. It's mixed in a way that it's just so loud.
It wants to pack a punch.
Of course.
Like, yeah.
Yeah, I find with windowed on these monitors, where these like curved 4K.
Yeah, they're huge.
I know. Windowed might as well be full screen, if I'm honest.
Exactly. All right, we made it to level 8. Agri scanning the crowd.
I think he's good.
All right, we made it to. I didn't even see. Oh, right, level 10. All right, yeah. First reclined seats level.
You just know them by heart.
I mean, yeah. Not all of them. I still always wonder exactly what level the call button comes in. I think it's 7, but
yeah,
don't quote me on that.
The one bummer about speedrunning this game is you miss out on the glorious text.
Oh,
the writing is very good.
The writing is very good. Yes. If you're at all familiar, or if you're not at all familiar with Yahtzee Croshaw, I would definitely recommend him. He makes fine games, as you can see here, and he also does some fine writing, and he is responsible for the Zero Punctuation web series.
Yeah. And this was 1 month of development time, which is pretty impressive.
Exactly. Yeah. For me personally, as a student game developer, this is quite a bit of inspiration, honestly. All right, so I would guess this is level 12. Because I'm seeing things that aren't belt buckles, so it's not 11, and it's still like small scale. All right, so Mr. Mary is almost reaching that point where he can just breathe for a little while where he gets levels with only one singular issue, but he's not quite there yet.
So I think everybody in this tournament besides you picked this game up maybe what, 2-3 days ago, at best.
Yeah.
Fun stuff. I mean, it's not difficult to master. Obviously, you don't need to learn like any insane mechanics. It's just how good are your eyes.
Yeah. And just like how how much are you capable of just keeping up with?
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
Something's kicking your ass. Something's telling you to walk through that door, go go go. And if it's the other player, maybe you're like forcing yourself, but something's keeping you going.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's just where the stress comes in.
Gotta build that trust in yourself. I mean, I don't trust myself. I have like 4 alarms in the morning because I don't trust myself.
Same, honestly. I can't argue with that one.
Yeah, I'm a monster.
All right, so there we go. That's Mr. Mary off the level 11. Just dealing with those seat recliners.
Agri's dealing with everything except the what are they called? Sinners? I don't know.
The ghouls, the vampires, the whatever they're called. I have no idea.
The ones
the
who
red
have,
eyes.
Yeah, red eyes. The ones who
you
have
go.
drifted farthest from God, I think is how they're described.
All right. So yeah, Mr. Mary is slowly catching up here. After those after those last 2 levels.
Yeah,
There goes that call button.
It's really easy to get tunnel vision as well. You gotta
Yeah.
really just pull back the lens, or even like focus on one thing at a time. Like you suggested, focusing on one side than the other, especially because you're probably gonna backtrack a lot thanks to the call buttons and ghouls, red eyes.
Yeah, for the later levels, I definitely think that's the way to play.
Get it? They're called red eyes because that's the kind of flight. It's the red eyes. You never heard that? An overnight flight is usually called a red eye.
I've never heard that before. All right, well, hey, I'm also learning, apparently.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know why it took me 5 minutes to realize that. Just using all my brain power to see stuff. I wasn't looking. I'm sorry. What?
What are red eyes? It's
A red eye is a flight that is overnight. Yeah. I wasn't listening to anything.
Yeah, no, I've never heard that before. That
There
is
you go.
interesting. Yeah, TIL. There we go. Agri moving on to level 16. All right. He is building up quite the lead. But yeah, those final levels are just... They can just be really something.
They're
You
stressful.
can really get stuck there. Yeah. Ooh, there you go. As we talked about earlier, when Mr. Mary's trying to just beat the door when that bubble is still up there, because you can, but if that bubble times out, there's an issue. And he spotted a tablet while he's sprinting up the aisle, so he saved it. He saved it.
Yeah, you can get away with avoiding the. How do you say it? You don't always have to tempt them away from sin. There you go.
Exactly.
But I always wonder what's going on with that call button. Like, hey, can I use my phone? I know we're about to take off, but can I use my phone? No, okay. And just pull out the phone. It's like, what are you doing?
I'm really uncomfortable. Can I just take this belt off? Like, is this really necessary?
Yeah. We're not taking off, so I can just lean back a bit, right? Just stretch.
There's no one behind me, is there? Is there?
If there is, who cares?
We have all had great flight experiences.
For me, the less kids, the better.
All right, there you go. Agri's taken off to level 18.
It looks like the reclined seats, they just have that little belt hat. It's kind of silly.
Yeah. But it's they're nice and clear.
Yeah, thankfully.
Mary quickly striking across before going right down again.
That's why you gotta put the device away. Just don't look at the phone, five head.
Kids, don't. Yeah, just
Stop
don't.
it. Get some help. Use a call button. Get some help.
I've had it happen to myself before as well, and I've heard it happen with other people. That you walk to that, the last line, the last row, just to fix a problem, and you accidentally click up.
Yeah. Yep.
That hurts.
I know.
That hurts because you know it's going down, and you have to wait 5 to 6 seconds. Just
I know. Yeah, it's
awful.
Or when you see them at the last second, but it's too late because you already walked through the door.
Yeah.
Like, oh, there's the phone. No.
Yeah. That somehow, just the second you hit that up button, just something sparks in your brain. It's like, there it is. It's right there.
Suddenly it's clear.
Yeah. I can see clearly now.
I could solve this problem, but it's too late.
Yeah. Oh my. All right. Ooh, all right. So yeah, you can see there, just like with the call buttons, Agri just sprinted through the door while that ghoul still had his cloud up. But sadly, someone else still had an issue as well. Ooh, all right. 3 people actually.
Mr. Mary with the sigh of relief. He's on to 16. We'll say you're on 17, 18.
I believe he's still on 18. Might have advanced because there's just so much going on.
Oh yeah, I know.
This is very, very active. Yeah, even if we had the time, I don't think I could force people to do it this entire tournament in one sitting.
Yeah, it's
think,
just
you really start notice the people just slow down.
Yeah, I mean, after the last at the last level when Agri went down and I was still on, I'm like, I'm just gonna take all day. I'm just gonna make sure this is good.
Ooh. Agri just spotted him last minute. Was that?
Yeah,
all right.
of
But
course.
Mr. Mary is closing that gap. He's on to level 17. Agri is 2 levels ahead. All right, he is on level 19. He's second to last level in the game. So there's definitely still a gap, but I mean there was a gap last game too, and
Yeah,
it got closed and paved over.
you can definitely get stuck in a rut of just messing up over and over and over again. As soon as yesterday when I was learning the game, like I keep screwing it up,
Yeah,
You think you're on top of things, and your confidence plummets just like the plane. It's an accurate representation.
Exactly. Earlier today, KZ was doing his round 1 race with Chris Pianico, and where was I going with this?
I can't help you, man.
Right.
He's
That
saved
is
it.
Mr. Mary only 1 level behind
What
now,
they could do? Nah.
and it remains just that. I was going to say by the end, KZ obviously won that race. But Chris Pianico had, for every level that he completed, I think he stopped at 16, maybe 17.
Mm-hmm.
But he had gold stars for every single level. It was like, it really shows, the way people play.
Yeah.
Like, it really shows that difference in like knowing how much time you can take or what kind of goals you're setting for yourself.
Yeah, I was definitely I was not taking the risks.
Exactly.
Even when Agri was leaning on me, I'm like, I could just blow through this door right now and make up some time, or I could lose a whole lot more. So, in the competitive environment, this game has a whole new dynamic almost.
Exactly. Yeah. And that's honestly what I really love about it. It's just there's always something just kicking you. Just keep going.
It's a great pick for a tournament, I gotta say.
In all honesty, it was just like, hey, you have any small games? Yeah.
Oh yeah.
This one's pretty small.
Teeny tiny.
Yeah. Ooh.
I think Mary's on 18.
Yeah, he moved forward again.
Agri's on.
Close enough.
Agri's on 20 now. He's, I wonder if the, 20's got the 2 red eyes. I wonder if there's specific, not spawn mechanics, but I can't imagine it would be an instance where there's one red eye at one end of the plane and the other another end, because that just seems unfair. Maybe. I don't. You to compile the game, you would know.
Well, I didn't go that far. Let's be
Okay,
honest.
all
But
right.
no, they can be quite far apart. They can be.
Yeah. Just I don't know.
Yeah.
It's the last few times I've seen it, they're kind of close. They can be far apart, yeah, but
Exactly. No, yeah, I've absolutely been screwed once or twice where just they go off at the same time, and well, usually then you're lucky enough you're already standing next to one of them, so
Yeah,
then
yeah.
you have the time to sprint over to the other one. I mean,
All
yeah, if
right.
they're that far apart, you have to be somewhere.
All right, judgment.
Judgment for Agri,
Ah,
and it is harsh. It is harsh. But he is on the final level. He only had 2 issues.
you gotta love, you killed us all. Not you lost or you died.
You failed? No?
No, try again. Not something snarky, just
Exactly. They are now on the same level. This is, yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Like we said before, these games are just not over until they're over. They are on the same level. Agri might have started it slightly earlier, but it is up for grabs.
yeah, Mr. Mary can blow through it if he wants to. I was pretty impressed because I know first time we got to 20, or at least first time I got to 20 after he went down. I started a lot earlier, but he still like got out almost the same time as me because I guess he knew it was crunch time. You know, you got to go.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. Agri believes that he was done.
He is
And
done.
he was.
All
All right.
right.
That is game.
GG. Agri taking home the bronze.
Yeah.
Mr. Mary putting up a great fight though. That was,
Absolutely. Yeah. No, he
excellent
got
match.
to the final level. So
Yeah.
that's that was still a very close race. And yeah, as you can see, not all the golds. It's yeah.
Gotta
it's
love
really
delete progress. Very handy.
yeah, that's really handy. Oh my.
You think you're gonna get that close as well?
What was that?
You think you're gonna get that close as well?
I would hope so. I mean,
Well, we're both playing Windows, so
Yeah.
we'll get to it, I guess. You can't do that. You have to just do it in the game. There's no hotkeys or anything. Oh, closing it. Yeah, right. There you go.
all right.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. All right. I
time
think
to go.
we're handing off these headsets.
Yeah.
I'll be taking that.
There we go.
Yep.
That may be true.
It is a simple game, but it all matters.
Okay, so we are getting ready onto our finals. This is Casey Fru versus Make Bake. Apparently, 2 best players at best at Preflight Panic at ESA Summer 2019 here in Malmö.
We'll see who takes home the gold today.
Yep, the satisfaction of being a great flight attendant.
Or just not horrible, at least.
Being able to fly for a couple flights,
Yeah.
just enough for people to notice that you're good.
Second place every time. This gives me more incentive to come back next year.
All right, hell yeah. I'm happy to be responsible for that at least.
Absolutely.
All right.
Deze sorting gaat nog niet echt van alleen.
Good time.
Die is niet in de werkopening.
More time to stir up.
Exactly. Just collect yourself.
Nee, die wil je niet.
Think about all the people who are about to.
Zoek het op morgen komen. Nee, ik was alweer terug naar mijn wapen. Maar zo mag je een fighting stick gebruiken. Als niet echt wel is. Maakt het uit of zo?
You can double check your audio, by the way, if you just hit the arrow.
Yeah.
Just want to see the exact. 2 K's and 2 K's. Okay.
Yeah. Only capitalize the first letter, please.
Very important details.
Yep.
Nope.
At that point, just capitalize the whole thing. Okay, we're good. You want to do the countdown?
Okay, I'll give you guys the countdown. Get ready. This is the final match. KZ Fruit contra Makebake in Preflight Panic. Get ready, boys. 3, 2, 1, go! So again, first level, people only are unbuckled. You're the easy fair, just getting used to the game. At this point, you all know everything, all of this.
Yeah, there are a few different strats for seeing if someone's unbuckled. First, you have the torso jitter, but for some passengers, it can be very subtle. Other consistent way is the pixel art for the belt. If you look by the seat, you can see that it's drooping down. So you have nice, consistent rows if they're all belted.
And there's this one nerd. There is this one nerd who has like where the belt is just going down. Okay, good. Both players are on level 3 right now.
Very close. Market
Mark waiting for the judgment.
taken off.
Oh, that's the first crash of the
crash.
match. Let's see. One unbelted, okay. At least one. KZ going for the judgment.
Yes, no? Too late. You didn't answer.
And he's through. Let's
I
see.
mean, didn't hear it, but whatever. Okay, both are on to level 4.
Time for the telephones.
Yep. There are two signs you can tell that someone's having a cell phone. One is the blank stare in the eyes, like the red eye, or the like little square rectangle where the head should be.
The subtle pixel, or
Yep.
the subtle black bar above the passenger below.
Yep.
I think that's also a nice touch that the passengers hold their phones at different heights, so it can be a varying amount of.
Let's see it when people just on their phone.
Yeah, it's horrible.
One-headed device. Mark taking the lead, right now being on level 6, while KZ is still at level 5. Okay, Mark waiting for the judgment. So is KZ.
Doesn't seem so confident, but he made it.
Yep. Still one level of the difference. Mark being at 7 right now.
So now we got the mixed problems.
Yep.
That's also a nice thing that they mix them 2 and 2. So first you have phones and belts, and then you can have.
Then you have, I think there is belts and no, there is no recliners yet.
But then it's like recliners and phones, and then it's
Yeah.
recliners and belts. So
Okay, Mark moving on to 8.
I think Mark is the only one who does his movement with the WSAD and confirms with enter.
That's correct.
There's all the other ones here, we use the arrow keys for movement and confirm with space. Both are viable options.
I mean, I use arrows for movement and enter for confirm. Okay, so I totally missed what the levels. That's one issue of this game.
We'll see soon enough.
Yep. KZ's missing the because he was missing the call. Just making extra sure, and let's see.
Okay, both through.
Yep.
Marke on 10
yep.
and Casey Frew on 9, so
Yep.
one level apart.
This is a pretty good streak of safe travels. Okay, that was pretty quickly on Mark's side.
But like we noticed before,
Yeah.
it can still be anyone's race.
Yep. Okay, KZ moving on to 10. Mark waiting for his judgment till 11. And he's through 11.
Starring every level so far.
Mark just got it. He's the only one who actually did a speedruns of this game. His time, I believe, is 9 minutes 23 seconds.
Somewhere along those lines. Let's see how he goes today.
Yep. And he took off.
And they both take off.
Yeah.
Well, we've only had one death so far on.
Yes, I believe we had one death on Mark's side, one death on KZ's side.
So one each. That's still.
Looks like it. And that's another safe takeoff. And another safe takeoff. This is going pretty well. You can see that both players are pretty experienced at this point.
Seems like they've got a nice routine and a system to it already.
Yep. Is Mark introduced to Red Eyes yet? Doesn't look like it.
Not yet.
Next level, perhaps.
Oh,
there's the Red Eyes. They blended in. Gazy taking off.
Entering level 14 now.
Yep, Mark's
Mixed bag of goods.
And Mark's off. Going into 16. So that's 2 levels of difference, isn't it?
Yep, 2 levels. But considering how the levels get more and more, get longer, bigger flights, more complex, it's 2 levels now is a lot more than 2 levels earlier.
Yep.
So,
Still, one crash might cost you 1 level.
that's the
difference.
thing. A crash now can be very bad.
It can be devastating to the state of the race. Depending on the level, especially if you crash on 20, you basically you lose. Basically, if a person is 2 levels behind, they might as well catch up.
Yeah.
Another judgment on KZ's side. And
No.
that's a crash. We haven't seen those in a long while. Let's see. One device, the worst offender. So Marks right now has a 3 level difference. I mean 3 level. Well, he's
Advantage.
Yeah, advantage.
That was an unfortunate red eye at the bottom there, having to go
All the way
all
down.
the way from the top, all the way down. But lucky that the
same rule.
call sign.
Yeah, the same rule applies as with the calls. Unless they are screeching, you don't have to attend to them when leaving the level.
No, they can actually be screaming when you leave the level. It's just that it's going to take a long time getting to the end of the level.
Right. That I didn't know.
They actually haven't heard that nice screech yet, so...
Right. Okay, so Mark's moving on to 19.
Looks like both of these runners have had some bad luck with the positioning of their red eyes
Yep.
and where the call signs have been coming up in relation to it.
The earlier games got pretty lucky where for example, you had 2 red eyes in 1 row.
Yeah, that's the best.
Yep.
Unless they're at the bottom row on the flight, then it can be a bit of a hassle having to go all the way down.
Yeah, especially on like 19 and 20, where you have the longest airplanes.
KZ taking care of all the red eyes and call signs here. Methodically going through the...
Looks like it's clear. Taking the chance.
I gotta start risking it.
And he made it.
And it pays off. Okay,
Easy
so
through going on to 18.
Well,
let's
Mark.
see. Fine. The dreaded see something right when you take off.
and there we go.
And he's through.
Yep. And with that, Mark has won the
And-
Preflight Panic tournament.
Coming up on time.
Yep, we got time.
We have our winner.
Yep, okay, Ben, you're done.
Yes, I am done. Yes.
Yep.
Let me finish the level.
Yeah.
How about a round of applause for our first place and second place in the Preflight Panic tournament?
Yep.
Words are hard.
Round of applause for Ed. So guys, any final thoughts on the game?
You know, I think this is a great game. Brilliant. Perfect top to bottom. Game of the year every year. Unreal. God almighty. Everything I just said.
Okay, so next up we got Samurai Showdown?
Yep. Summer show.
Yep. So we'll be leaving you and see you all next time.